Welcome to the Wisdom Archive. If you've tuned in today feeling mentally exhausted, carry the weight of a cluttered mind, or feel overwhelmed by the constant demands of the world, take a slow breath and settle in. Today, we are turning away from the noise and stepping into a space of clarity and stillness. It often feels as if modern life was deliberately engineered to strip away your tranquility. From the moment you wake up, your attention is demanded, judged, pulled, and scattered across 100 different directions. You are expected to react to every piece of news, resolve every crisis immediately, and maintain an impossibly high level of energy. By the end of the day, your mind isn't just tired, it's entirely consumed. Over 2,000 years ago, during times of war, betrayal, and political collapse, the Stoics faced the exact same internal battle. They discovered that true peace is not something you find in a quiet location. It is something you build inside your own mind. Today, we are going to explore how to construct that sanctuary within yourself, so that no matter how chaotic the outside world becomes, you remain entirely unshakable. The primary reason your mind feels overwhelmed is not the amount of work on your plate. It is your impulse to emotionally engage with everything that crosses your path. Think about how you move through a typical day. Someone makes an offhand comment, and you replay it in your head for 3 hours. An unexpected obstacle appears, and your mind immediately jumps to the absolute worst-case scenario. You receive a notification, and your body reacts with a sudden spike of anxiety. The ancient philosopher Epictetus laid down a fundamental truth that cuts straight to the root of this distress. He wrote, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." When you feel overwhelmed, it is almost never the event itself causing the pain. It is the story you are telling yourself about the event. The event is neutral. Your judgment is where the noise lives. When you realize that your mind is generating the chaos, you also realize you have the power to stop generating it. You do not have to form an opinion on everything. You do not have to react to every trigger. You can simply observe a situation, acknowledge it for what it is, and allow it to pass without letting it enter your inner sanctuary. Marcus Aurelius frequently referred to the concept of the inner citadel. This is the fortress of the mind, a place where no external event, no harsh critique, and no unpredictable tragedy can penetrate unless you consciously choose to let it in. How do you build this fortress when your mind feels like it's racing? You begin by creating space between stimulus and response. When a sudden stressor hits you, the average person reacts within seconds. They snap, they panic, or they fall into despair. But a practitioner of wisdom creates a deliberate pause. In that pause lies your freedom. When chaotic energy comes toward you, imagine a boundary around your mind. Ask yourself one critical question. Does my reaction right now change the reality of this situation, or does it merely destroy my peace? 90% of the time, your emotional panic adds zero value to the solution. It only drains the energy you need to handle the problem rationally. Calmness is not weakness. It is the ultimate expression of control. When you choose not to give an event your emotional energy, you starve it of its power over you. To clear a crowded mind, you must learn the art of radical mental pruning. Modern culture tells you that more is better. More goals, more information, more social connections, more tasks. But wisdom teaches us that peace is found in subtraction, not addition. Marcus Aurelius gave himself a simple daily test during his time as emperor. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Look at what is taking up space in your thoughts right now. How much of it actually matters in the grand scheme of your life? How much of it is centered around worrying about tomorrow, regretting yesterday, or trying to manage things that are completely out of your hands? If you want a calm mind, simplify your focus. Identify the 1 or 2 things that actually require your direct action today, and give them your quiet, undivided attention. Release everything else. You cannot carry the weight of tomorrow's problems on today's shoulders without breaking down. Master this present moment, and let tomorrow handle itself when it arrives. Achieving inner calm is not a permanent state you arrive at once and keep forever. It is a discipline you must return to repeatedly. There will be days when you lose your temper. There will be moments when anxiety gets the better of you. When that happens, do not punish yourself. Do not allow failure to become another source of mental chaos. Simply notice that you drifted, take a breath, and return to your center. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "When force of circumstance upsets your equanimity, lose no time in recovering your self-control, and do not remain out of tune longer than you can help." Think of your mind like a musical instrument. When a string goes out of tune, you don't throw the instrument away. You gently adjust it until it produces harmony again. Treat your mind with the same patient discipline. If your mind felt a little lighter during our time together today, take a moment to sit with that peace before jumping back into the daily rush. We build the Wisdom Archive as a quiet space for those who seek depth, clarity, and strength in a world full of noise. If these reflections brought you a sense of order today, consider subscribing to stay connected with our future archives. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What is one mental burden you are choosing to drop today? Until our next reflection, keep your inner fortress strong, stay grounded, and protect your peace.